New recording. Here we go. Okay. Neda, thank you so much once again for being a part of this. We're really honored to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me. I love to be here with all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. And let me just introduce you to everybody. There we go. So Neda Boin is, and Neda, am I pronouncing your name right? Tell me how to say your name the right way.
Yeah, sure. There's always confusion because, whenever I'm in the States, I always say Neda, and then in Holland, I used to say Neda. So whatever flows best out of your mouth is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that works.
it's all good.
Okay, Neda Boin is a singer, songwriter, and Course in Miracles teacher from the Netherlands. She uses her music as a tool for healing. In 2018, Neda released her debut and award-winning album, The Light Has Come, with songs all inspired by workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. Neda also works in prisons and teaches voice liberation, which is a method where the voice is used to raise and release the obstacles to the love that we are. And you can find more info about her work at her website, nedaboin.com, which I will put in the comments here. And then I also just want to read what you wrote about this concert, Neda. And then, of course, you can add anything you would like to. So this is a healing concert channeled in the moment to open up our hearts for the divine spirit within, to connect with the innocence in everyone and everything, to remember we are dreaming, to remember that we are so loved and so cared for, to remember there is nothing to fear because of who we truly are and who God truly is. People will get the chance to sing along, and the songs and accompanied teachings and forgiveness exercises will invite everyone to go inward and release whatever is ready to be released. So beautiful. Is there anything
Sounds
you'd
good.
like to add to
I was like listening. I was like, oh, that's a good idea to do that.
that?
I can't remember writing that, but it sounds good. Yeah, I totally agree with with all of that, and um, yeah, I mean, it's so powerful. I think even when two minds come together, but we're here now with people from all over the world coming together for one purpose. And I think, even though it's through Zoom or whatever, I feel more and more since I've been doing these type of sessions more and more that really the concept that time and space is not real. I really get to experience that because in the beginning people were like, like, oh, on Zoom and you're performing on Zoom, and isn't that like totally different experience than life. And it is a different experience, but I don't feel that I'm compromising because I really and truly got to experience that space is not real, that I'm feeling like I'm with you right now, and I feel like I'm with everyone that is joining with us right now, and I have been feeling that way. So honestly, for me, it made it even more beautiful to experience the fact that really and truly only minds can join and bodies cannot. So yeah, I just love being here with all of you. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, I love that. There is just such beautiful energy when we are coming together from all different places all around the globe, and I feel like each and every one of us is anchoring this one place on the earth, and then it's like a web, and we're all weaving together, we're connecting our hearts together all around the world. It's really moving.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, before we begin, just so we can get to know you a little more, could you share with us one or two key learnings that you've gained from your path of life and your path of doing this beautiful work?
Ah, one or two key learnings. Well, the topic that came up for me as I was just tuning in on like what am I to give today for this concert? The one word that came in very strongly was forgiveness.
Mhm.
And I think that is one of the key learnings that I'm still practicing on a daily basis. And that is like a way of forgiveness, like like an attitude of forgiveness, like a lifestyle of forgiveness. And I was actually in prison yesterday, teaching. I wasn't there because of a robbery or something. Whenever I say like I was in prison, sometimes it sounds like, I just got out of prison. But yeah, I was I was there this week to teach, and we were talking about this topic of forgiveness, and I showed them this beautiful clip of The Power of the Heart. I don't know if you seen that movie, but it has this beautiful story in there by this woman called Immaculée, if I pronounce her name correctly, and she shares this beautiful forgiveness story, very extreme forgiveness story, like a situation that most people will say like, how is it possible that she can forgive that? But it shows the power of forgiveness, and that is not something that, I think there's just such a reputation around forgiveness, like what it is, which I think it's just really not that, like the forgiveness that we know, like also from religion. It's like, I'm the better person, you did something wrong, and if my heart is so big and I'm so good, then I can forgive you for what you did to me. I'm still better than you, but I'll forgive you. You're still going to hell, but it's okay, like I forgive you. Um,
That kind
but
of
the forgiveness that I'm talking about, and that she shows so beautifully as well, and also the forgiveness that the Course in Miracles is teaching, is something completely different. It's not about giving you something, about seeing guilt and then forgiving it. It's really about recognizing that who we truly are cannot be hurt, cannot be harmed, and that really forgiveness is only necessary within the illusion, within this world that we perceive, that in heaven, in oneness, in perfect love, there is no need for forgiveness. That's like one of my favorite Course in Miracles lessons, and I have a song with that same line as well. It says, God doesn't forgive, for he never condemned. I mean, bam, like how radical is that, like everything we learn of like God is a forgiving God. And here it says, like, God doesn't forgive, for he never condemned. Condemnation is necessary before forgiveness has any purpose at all. And so forgiveness is really something that takes us out of the illusion. It's like the doorway out of the illusion. It's the only thing that doesn't keep us trapped within fear, within the illusion. It's the doorway out. And that's why it is so important. And that's why it's so important to not make any exceptions with it. It's like judgments create illusions. Judgments keep us within the trap of thinking that we're bodies and thinking that, we're victims of the world outside of us. And forgiveness just sets us free, and it just gives us everything that we want. So especially in like times like right now where there's like so much happening, what I learned from forgiveness is that all of that are just forgiveness opportunities. Like everything that happens is there for me to practice forgiveness, for me to remember that, there is really nothing too crazy that can touch who I truly am, who God being love truly is. Like there's nothing that the spirit will go like, oh no, Corona, like I can't handle that, like an illusion is an illusion is an illusion. Like thousands of zeros is not, a bigger number than 1 0. So yeah, I think maybe this is a little bit long already, but for me, like to actually practice forgiveness, practice not making any exceptions. And with that, also very, very important, I think it comes even before this, is to allow myself to feel. And I think my voice liberation work is a very big part of that, or it's like an extension of my process of experiencing how important it is to feel in order to heal. Like before, I used to try to spiritually bypass everything and be like, everything's love and everything's light. But it was more of like a mask, not to, like, the feelings that were underneath of that were just too uncomfortable for me to really feel the anger, the hurt, the sadness, like everything that was underneath the surface of this happy girl, which the happiness was definitely there, but underneath that there was so much more pain that needed to come up. And voice liberation has been a very powerful way for me to allow that to come up. So it goes hand in hand. Like in the first place, we need to feel. We need to allow ourselves to feel and to look at what this crazy illusion is stirring up inside of us. Because, yeah, remember you're dreaming. Yes, we're dreaming. Yes, this is an illusion. But we don't experience it that way, right? I do experience as if I'm this woman sitting right here in front of my laptop and my keyboard. That's my honest experience right now. So I can't deny that. So I have to just embrace what I experience and embrace my feelings and then forgive it, and just hand it over and see like, okay, but ultimately what I truly want is just to be at peace. So let me use whatever is happening in the world not to bound me even more, not to affirm that, I am guilty or to root me deeper within the illusion, but let me actually use this, whatever it is, my relationships, corona, anything, let me use it to release myself from believing that I'm guilty, from believing that I'm this body, from believing that I'm a victim and that I can be hurt. Yeah, I would say those are the biggest teachings, and that is something I'm still practicing every day.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. I love all that you shared about forgiveness.
Thank you.
And it all comes back to love, right? And that's a theme that just keeps coming through again and again for us.
Yeah.
At the root of everything, it's love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what remains. It's like the course also says like this is not a course in love, that's who we are. We do not have to search for love. That's what we are. We do need to search for the blocks that are blocking the love that we are. So it's like, yeah, it's our only job to like just basically accept that we are already love. It's not something that we have to buy or that we can get somewhere or ultimately we get there. It's really a journey. Awakening is like a journey of undoing. It's becoming who we already are. I think that's also always important to keep in mind, that we're actually not really going anywhere. We're just going back to who we truly are. Like, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, that she had to go through that whole journey, and in the end she hears that she could also just click with her heels 3 times and she would be back home already. But like she was there already. It was there, but she needed the journey. And I think that's with all of us. Like we're already home, but it appears as though we need this journey to be able to accept the fact that we are perfect love, that we're still home, that we're still safe, and that we're so loved.
Thank you for this. I think that Verdeluz has a question that he wanted to ask you as well. Are you on here, Verdeluz?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Well, I just, I think it's so powerful to be working with inmates or in jails or prisons. And I'm just so curious to hear more about that, especially bringing the message of the Course in Miracles, forgiveness, at one-ment, which we call atonement in the Course, like in such an environment where like it's usually like so dualistic and so separating and so, us and them. And I would love to just hear more about your experience with that, or what compelled you to bring the music and the teachings into that space. And I have an interest in doing it myself. I feel like so many of us are really tapped in, but like the deeper work is like being the world bridger into communities, especially like prisons where that message is not being shared. In fact, the opposite message is mostly being shared. So can you share anything about that journey?
Yeah, yeah. Let me see what. Hmm. Yeah, I for me, yeah, I think the prisons and the boys in the prison, the guys in prison, they're really my teachers. I always say that. Like they show me what is inside my mind. I always say like I need like an intense reflection for me to look, because I tend to be a little bit stubborn. So I feel like my me being in the prisons for me in the first place is just to really again forgive everything that I see, everything that I witness, and I write songs with the prisoners in there, but really and truly I feel like that's just like sort of like a cover up of what I'm really doing, because I know when I walk into that prison that all that I really and truly have to do is just to see the Christ in everyone, like see love in everyone, no matter what they did, no matter what how they appear to be. And that's a practice for me sometimes too, because I can also notice sometimes that there's judgments coming up, or and I have to, like, it's a mind training to every time that I'm with someone, like, okay, can I see this person in pure love, in pure joy? Can I recognize the innocence, and in a place where, like you say, there's such a black and white, right? Such a like a dual of, like, especially innocent and guilty, and like they've literally been convicted as guilty. So it's very interesting to step into a place like that with knowing that everyone is innocent, that who they truly are is innocent. And I notice that when I look with those eyes, like when I have that in mind and I have someone sitting in front of me and I'm practicing in my mind, like, let me see his innocence, let me see his truth, then there's a totally different guy in front of me, like a lot of the guards, they say, like, I never seen him this way, or he never shared that, or the guy himself will say, like, I never shared this to anyone, and they'll open up. But yeah, I think that happens when you also want to see the love in someone. They'll open up to that. Yeah, so I don't know, there's just so much. There's so much for me, and I think for them as well. There's just a relationship back and forth that I think we're just helpful for each other. We're each other's teachers or each other's students. Yeah, I'm just grateful that I get to do that. And yeah, it's just a beautiful opportunity for mind training.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's so powerful. I mean, just the ripple effect of that can have, it, I, yeah, I'm just very moved by it. And yeah, just it's something also I shared in my presentation about seeing through the eyes of Christ and seeing only the Christ. And
Yeah.
like, that's so interesting to consider that as, like, the word Christ means the anointed one, and it's like, can we anoint our perception with this cleansing
Mm.
vision, coming from the heart? And I really feel like the Course in Miracles and most other non-dual teachings are really about, like, the cleansing of our perceptions,
Yeah.
and that's what we talked about in my talk about the rainbow body or the light body, that it has to do with how we perceive. And, like, it's all here, it's all multidimensional, it's all already happening, but we close down that pure perception through our judgments.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so all the unlearning has to take place, which I'm so glad you spoke to. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I just always love to remember also, like, you have this concept in the course called the unhealed healer. And I think we've all been there, especially as spiritual seekers, where we'll go to our family members, like, you need to read this book. This book is going to help you so much, please read this book. And it's really the book that we need to read. You know, we need to hear its message. And yeah, I think, you know, I always find it important to mention that, you know, that I really don't go in there like as the savior of, you know, like we're each other's saviors. Like we're always equals, and we always to you know, when I give to myself, and whatever I teach is strengthening my own mind, like the course says. So it's you know, whatever we teach, whatever we extend, even here, you know, on this call, is just because we ourselves need to hear this, and we ourselves need to learn this, and we learn it by extending it, you know, by giving it away. So yeah, and we get those opportunities everywhere. And I think if there's one thing, I think the one of the questions was also like the vision, right, for 2021. And I think if there's one thing, that, yeah, I don't even want to say I hope, because I mean anything is just happening the way it's supposed to happen, right? But at least let me talk for myself. Like, I just really don't want to make any exceptions with forgiveness, you know, with remembering that whatever I see on the screen is a projection of my own mind. Because it's so easy to go out and especially also in the spiritual community, to be like all spiritual. I'm so spiritual, and like, oh, what they're doing is so wrong, and they should, you know, they're not woke, you know, and they should be like this, and they should do that, or they should read that. But oh, don't they understand that we're all love? You know, no, let's take it back. You know, let's remember that I am seeing that because that is a projection of my own mind. There is no world outside of me. You know, there is nothing outside of me. There is only one mind. And whatever I see, whatever triggers me, is for me. And it's an opportunity for me to learn who I truly am. It's an opportunity for me to undo, like you said, to undo those judgments that we have. If we see the judgments as clouds that are just covering the light that we are, then it's just perfect. When those judgments are coming up, let them come up, because, you know, if they don't come up, we don't know that they're there. So let them come up. But when they do come up, you know, let the spirit reinterpret them. Let the spirit's lights shine it away, instead of letting them come up and justifying, you know, like your interpretation, like justifying your reaction as well, because you interpret something from your judgments, from your ego, from a fearful point of view. So yeah, I think one thing, 2021, no exceptions. Let's take it back, take back our projections, and just go all the way, you know, let's use all of it. Use all of it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, should we get to the performance?
You're muted there. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's begin.
All right.
Okay. Is that like my
It's all
starting sign? Okay. That's all me.
you have the
Okay.
stage.
Perfect. And let me see. Can I see everyone else on the call as well? Oh no, I can only see you guys, right? Okay. Okay. It's no problem. I feel all of you here. Okay. Yeah, so we talked about forgiveness. And there was a song on my album. It's actually the first song, called The Light Has Come. And I feel to share that as the first song as well tonight. And the chorus has the beautiful words of, "The light has come. I have forgiven the world." So it's really about what we just discussed, that when we forgive everything we see, we can see the light again. You know, again, if we see those judgments as clouds covering the light that we are, covering the light that everyone else is, then we can see forgiveness as the strength that just shines through those clouds, just shines them away. Doesn't attack them, it just shines them away. And just feel free whenever I sing, feel free to just do whatever feels good for you. If you want to sing along, or if you want to close your eyes, if you want to stand up and move, just feel what comes up for you. Just allow it to be there, breathe, and just feel it. The light has come, you are here, and you can heal. The light has come, you are safe, and you can save. The light has come, you're at peace, and wherever you go, you bring peace. The light has come, the light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come, the light has come. I have forgiven the world. We do not see the ego shadow on the world today. Oh, we see the light, and in it we see heaven's reflection lying across the world. The light has come, the light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come, the light has come. I have forgiven the world. We dedicate this day to the serenity in which God would have you be. Keep it in your awareness of yourself and see it everywhere today as we celebrate the beginning of your vision and the sign of the real world, which has come to replace the unforgiven world you thought was real. You thought was real. Oh, the light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. The light has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the has come. The light has come. I have forgiven the world. Thank you. In my own mind, behind all my insane thoughts of separation and attack, is the knowledge that all is one forever. I have not lost the knowledge of who I am, because I've forgotten it. Oh, it has been kept for me in the mind of God. It has been kept for me in the mind of God. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. The truth has been kept for me in the mind of God, who has not left his thoughts. And I, who am among them, am one with them and one with him. Oh, it has been kept for me in the mind of God. Yeah, truth has been kept for me in the mind of God. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God if it feels good for you, you can close your eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath. Let's take one more inhale. And like the song says, that behind our insane thoughts of separation and attack is the knowledge that all is one forever. And that even though we might have forgotten who we truly are, that knowledge, that truth of who we are is not lost, because it has been kept for us. It has been kept for us in the mind of God, in the mind of love. And it will not go anywhere. It cannot be lost. So if you like, you can picture like a big circle, like a light-filled circle that is covered with clouds that are just obscuring the light of that beautiful circle. And it seems as if you're standing outside of that circle. You're looking at the clouds, all of the clouds of judgments, of worries, of doubts, of fear. Just take a moment to look at them. Everything that you're worried about, things that are happening in the world or within your family. Just invite them there with loving eyes. Just see them all. See how they're covering that beautiful light-filled circle. Then we invite the Spirit to look at those clouds together with love. Just see your hands stretching out, just wiping some of the clouds aside. Maybe you see that it's really not hard to do. Just one by one, these clouds just fade away. And more light is coming through the clouds. All the clouds just evaporated, and all there is this beautiful light. And you can see yourself just standing in that light, allowing that light to come into your heart. Body with a beautiful light. It's filling your eyes, your vision with light. It's filling all of your relationships with a beautiful light. All of your work. Never gone away, and it will never go away. So we don't have to feel guilty for any clouds that may again obscure the light. They really have no true power. The clouds can only cover up temporarily that beautiful light, but it will not affect it in any way. Let's remember that. Can maybe rest in that, knowing that really and truly these clouds do not have a real effect on us. They just make us forget for a while that underneath those clouds is this beautiful light. let's remember now. Let's remember together. Truth is being kept for me in the mind of God. It has been kept for me in the mind of God. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. Oh, God is in everything I see. Oh, God is in everything I see, because God is in my mind. Thank you. Yeah, feel free to share your experience in the chat box if you like. If you'd like to share something. And we talk about forgiveness. There was a part of the course that came to me right before our session together. And it comes from workbook lesson 122 that says, forgiveness offers everything I want. And I think only that sentence already is so, it's just so wonderful, right? Because we learn in this world that, you know, like I think the opposite, that there's so many other things that give us everything we want, right? We need money, we need comfort, we need food, we need like a purpose in life, we need, you know, a wonderful job, a wonderful house, a beautiful partner, like all of these things. When we normally think of like, okay, what would give me everything I want? We normally don't really think of forgiveness, but here it says forgiveness offers everything I want. And then it says, what could you want? Forgiveness cannot give. Do you want peace? Forgiveness offers it. Do you want happiness? A quiet mind, a certainty of purpose, and a sense of worth and beauty that transcends the world. Do you want care and safety and the warmth of shore protection always? Do you want a quiet? Do you want a quietness that cannot be disturbed? A gentleness that never can be hurt? A deep, abiding comfort? And a rest so perfect it can never be upset? All this forgiveness offers you and more. This is a good sales pitch for forgiveness. I mean, all of this forgiveness offers you and more. It sparkles on your eyes as you awake and gives you joy with which to meet the day. It soothes your forehead while you sleep and rests upon your eyelids, so you see no dreams of fear and evil, malice and attack. And when you wake again, it offers you another day of happiness and peace. All this forgiveness offers you and more. And then further on in the lesson, it says, why would you seek an answer other than the answer that will answer everything? Like, why search? Well, why search in a place that we know we're not going to find it, right? I know that beautiful metaphor of the guy who lost his key or something, and he's searching near like a lantern post, the light, and he's searching for his key, and someone else comes along and he says, well, what are you doing? And the guy says, I'm searching for my key. And the guy says, okay, where did you last, where did you drop it, or where did you last had it? And he says, over there in the dark, but over there is dark, so I rather look here where it's light. But of course he's never going to find the key where he didn't drop it. So this is saying the same thing, right? Like, why would you seek an answer other than the answers that will answer everything? Here is the perfect answer given to imperfect questions, meaningless requests, half-hearted willingness to hear, and less than halfway diligence and partial trust. Here is the answer. Seek for it no more. You will not find another one instead. Okay, so it must be something, right? Forgiveness. If it really gives everything that we want. And it comes with experience that it will motivate us to do this more, to forgive more and more. And like I said in the beginning, to really have this forgiveness state of mind where it's not something like, oh, let's forgive, like, oh, let's take a moment to forgive, where it becomes like a second nature, where whenever something comes up that triggers us, it's instantly like, okay, this is for me. This is another forgiveness opportunity. This is another practice to undo one of those clouds that are blocking that light that I am, and the light that my brother or sister that I cannot perceive right now truly is, right? So I'm going to sing another song for you guys. Let me read some of your comments. Someone asked, what is it you're reading from? I'm reading from A Course in Miracles, lesson 122. Forgiveness offers everything I want. And I see Lynn shared, after the clouds went away, the ball of light, it was pretty big, moved slowly toward me and filled up my whole torso and kept like shining in its light. Very soothing and comforting. Beautiful. That's beautiful. You're moving through me like medicine I didn't know I was yearning for. From Wizard Carly. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love to read your comments, everyone. Thank you. So this song, I already said in the beginning, I mentioned this song, that it starts with that line of God doesn't forgive, for he never condemned. It's so radical. I just love it. There's actually a movie, I don't know if you guys seen it. It's a beautiful movie, a Swedish movie called As It Is in Heaven. And the director of this movie is actually a Course in Miracles student. And the story is that he read this line in the Course, God doesn't forgive, for he never condemned. And he was so taken by it, that he actually directed a whole movie based on that one line. And the line is in the movie as well, and it's just such a beautiful movie. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend you checking out As It Is in Heaven. There's a lot of beautiful music in there as well. But anyway, so this song starts with that lesson as well. And like I said in the beginning, but maybe there are people coming in here new, A Course in Miracles is really teaching this non-dual teachings that in truth there is only love. In truth there is only oneness. And where there is only love, there is nothing to forgive. Like, only in duality does forgiveness have a purpose. Yeah, I just want to pause there. Only in duality, only within illusion, does forgiveness have a purpose. Only in illusion, forgiveness is necessary. Because in truth, in love, in perfect love, in perfect oneness, there simply is nothing to forgive. And to say that God would forgive is to actually say that God is not perfect, you know, that he's not perfect love, or she's not perfect love, but that God too is dual. A little bit of fear, a little bit of love, right? So forgiveness is only necessary within the world of illusions, because it's the doorway out of illusions. It sets us free, and like this beautiful lesson says, it offers everything we want. We do not need to search for anything else. It makes it a lot easier as well. And the ego is trying to distract us, right? It's constantly saying like, no, it's not here, you know, you need to go out there, you need to, you know, get more money, or get a better partner, or get a bigger house, or, you know, all of these things. And here it says like, nope, it's already right here. Forgiveness offers you everything. Like we already discussed, you know, forgiveness really, it doesn't really give you something like in form. It's forgiveness undoes our false perception. Forgiveness undoes, it corrects our false perceptions, and it restores our perception from fear to love. So it really, like we just did in that exercise, forgiveness really, it's like shining away those dark clouds so that the light that was always already there can be felt again, can be seen again. Like this is our natural state. That's why I'm saying like it's not giving you something. Joy and love is not something that you can receive. It's something that you already are. The only thing that can happen, and the thing that forgiveness does, is to remove the blocks that are covering that love that we are. Right? So it's not really something that, forgiveness is not really something that gives you something. It's something that undoes blocks so that we can feel and experience again who we truly are. And once again, that's why God doesn't forgive, you know, because he already, like, there's in oneness, in truth, there is just nothing to forgive. There is just oneness. There's just pure knowledge, pure atonement, pure light, pure love. Okay, so let's just, you can close your eyes if you like. We're going to do a little exercise with this in a little bit as well. God doesn't forgive, for he has never condemned. Forgiveness is the great need of this world, but that's because it is a world of illusions. Fear condemns and love forgives. It undoes what fear has produced. Returning the mind to God. God forgive. No fear is possible in the mind, beloved of God. There's no need to attack, 'cause love is forgiven me. Forgiveness is the means by which I will recognize my innocence. Oh, God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive myself. God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive myself. God is the love. God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive. So let's take another big deep breath. We invite the Spirit to look together with you at a situation that you still experience as difficult. Something that happened maybe this morning, maybe a long time ago. Just see what comes up. Anything that comes up is perfect for this exercise. So just let any situation come up where you feel that it still stirs up something inside of you less than pure joy. And probably you already had something come to mind quickly. Or maybe your mind goes like, no, let's not look at that one. Just allow it to come up without judgment. It's all perfect. You cannot go wrong. So let's look at it together with the Spirit. Look at all of your thoughts around this situation. Probably it has been going through your mind so many times. Something that the other person should have done different, or you should have done different. Look at all of your judgments together with the Spirit. Thoughts about what is like things being unfair, or let them come up. And keep breathing. Maybe you also feel your body wants to move. If anything happens like that, just allow it to happen. We go in a little bit of a voice liberation moment. You can join me, or you can just listen. That's fine too. But looking at all of those thoughts, those judgments around this situation, if we imagine the Spirit in front of us, we can see the Spirit as this beautiful light, or an angel, or a spirit guide. Or maybe simply just a beautiful altar in which we can lay down our judgments. So just see the Spirit in front of you. And as we make contact with those thoughts, those judgments, that situation, see if you can hand your voice over to those thoughts, to those judgments. And without trying to control it, see how it sounds, see what wants to come out. Like we're finally giving space to those stuffed down thoughts and beliefs. Maybe they sound like maybe really weird sounds like or you feel your body wants to shake. Just allow whatever wants to come up to come up. Don't try to sing beautiful. This is really not about singing, but really about just releasing what wants to be released, what wants to be set free. So all of these heavy judgments, these grudges, grievances, see how they sound. Really relax your jaw. Open your mouth. See if you can pick tones that are low and comfortable. And if your body wants to move along, let her move along. Shy, no one can hear you here, so even if they're weird sounds like woo woo woo, let them come out. Don't judge any sound. And if you do feel a judgment come up, just take it with you, take that judgment with you on the next exhale and just sound that judgment. How does that judgment sound? Handed over into the hands of the Spirit. All of those judgments, all of those thoughts, all of those grievances from this past situation, just hand them all over. Inhale and exhale a couple of times deeply. You can do this on a sound as well, like this. Maybe you want to shake it out. Close your eyes again if they weren't closed already. Again, go deeper down in your mind with the Spirit together and see what belief is underneath all of these judgments. What interpretation have you given to this situation? What does this say about yourself? Often there is a belief underneath this, such as, I'm not good enough. Like, this situation is proving that, right? Your mind, your ego will tell you, like, this is the proof that, you see, I'm not good enough. Or, I'm not worthy of love. This situation is proving that. The way that he dealt with me is proving, it's a fact, it's proving that I'm not worthy. It's proving that I am alone, that I'm not supported, that I'm unsafe. That I'm unwelcome, that I'm different, or just not welcome. See what belief really feels is underneath this situation for you, and you'll know by the one that really, you feel like, ooh, yeah, maybe you feel sadness coming up. And perhaps you can also see what you would have loved for this situation to be different, in the past. Like what should this person or this situation have said or done for you not to feel bad, right? For you to be happy in that moment. He should have said this, or he should have done that, or he shouldn't have done this or that. And then perhaps now we can see that the reason we wanted them to say or do something different is to keep that belief that we just uncovered, to keep that covered, right? Because if they would say and do exactly what we wanted them to do, we wouldn't find out that actually this is what we're believing, that this is the real root and the real pain. But apparently it turns out that we actually did rather wanted to uncover this pain, or else we wouldn't be here together right now. So this is beautiful. You're doing so well. You're actually using this situation, you're using this relationship right now, this painful moment, to not keep you bound, to illusions and false beliefs, but we're using it now together to uncover the blocks to the love that you truly are. So again, go to the belief that was underneath this situation. What did you find? Which one stood out most strongly for you? I'm not good enough, or belong, I'm not welcome, I'm not worthy of love. And let's see if we can just to correct our mind of the false beliefs that block the awareness of love, the awareness of the light that we truly are. We find out that we really and truly only forgive ourselves. We forgive ourselves for ever believing that we could be separate from God, separate from love. We forgive ourselves for ever believing that guilt is real and that it could be possible that we're not good enough, that it could be possible that we're not worthy of love. So see yourself handing over these beliefs. And we're opening our empty hands now. Your hands are empty now. We're opening them to receive the truth of who we are. We're opening them to receive the light, to receive the correction for these false beliefs. We're opening them to accept the love that we truly are. So just see yourself in what way, whatever way that works for you. Just flow with it, knowing that really you cannot fail. You cannot fail. It's impossible to fail at this, because it is God's will that you are happy, that you remember who you are. It is impossible for anyone to fail at this, because you are already home. You are already complete. God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive myself. God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive myself. God is the love. God is the love. God is the love in which I forgiveness is reflecting God's love on earth. It won't bring me near enough to heaven. Then the love of God can reach down to me and raise me in my to my home. Oh, God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive myself. Oh, God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive myself. Oh, God is the love. Ooh. In which I forgive myself. God is the love. God is the love. God is the love in which I forgive. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me check the time there. Yeah, I think we're gonna open it up now for some questions if there's a little bit of time left.
Yes, we have some time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Neda. That was just incredibly beautiful. I've been laying out here in the grass and just listening to your music. It's been so amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, everybody, as you're coming back, please comment on your experience in the chat or in the Facebook group. We would love to hear. Yay, lots of comments. Isabella says, I was dancing.
Yeah, I see it. Beautiful. It was a beautiful energy.
Yeah. My read says, I am crying, such spiritual healing in your voice. Bless you.
Mm.
Yes.
Thank
Deborah says, the hush of heaven holds my heart today.
you. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know if there's any questions. Are there other people who have questions? Otherwise, we can maybe close off with one last song. What do
Yeah,
you
sure.
think? Or are there questions on the Facebook group?
Let me check.
Hmm.
Let's see. There's some beautiful comments over there. I don't see any questions.
Okay. Yeah, shall we just close it off with one last song?
Sure, that'd be wonderful.
I think
Oh,
this is a perfect. Yeah, sorry, you were saying?
I was just gonna say our next guest is here. Hi, Khadijah. Welcome. I'll be right. I'll bring you. Yeah, I'll bring you in just a few minutes here. Glad you're here.
Yeah, so one last song. This is also the last song on my album. So for people who don't know it yet, by the way, my album is called The Light Has Come. You can get it anywhere. But if you like to support me for this concert as well, it's most helpful for me if you get it from my own website, nedaboin.com. And it comes with a beautiful booklet. If you get the physical CD, it comes with a beautiful booklet with beautiful art that has all of the lyrics in there. And the last song is called Nothing Else, and I think it's a beautiful closer for this beautiful session with you guys, because it says God is only love, and therefore so am I. I can be nothing else. That's the last message I want to give you guys. And yeah, also, by the way, before I forget, because I get so much in this beautiful energy that all of you guys are giving me, actually, this Saturday, I am giving a free voice liberation workshop. Um, I'll share the link. If Jocelyn doesn't have the link, I'll share it on the chat, actually.
I will. I can share it,
Oh,
Neda.
you have
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Good. I'm
Yeah,
so
it's
glad you remembered this. I was so caught
yeah,
up
I
in
almost forgot myself too, but it's on Zoom. It's completely free. It's gonna be like the Halloween special where we're just shine a light upon our darkness. You experience the little exercise with voice liberation already, so we're gonna join and go more deeply into that. So if you love to join, you can just sign up through the link, or if you watch this later and the link is gone, just go to my website, nedaboin.com, and check under the events, or follow me on Instagram and see it on Instagram.
And
Yeah, I'd love to invite you for that.
we will post the recording on the web page for the festival. So if somebody's
Oh,
watching this as a recording,
beautiful.
just scroll down a little bit below the video and you will see the link to Neda's free gift right
Oh,
there.
beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, it's also just a beautiful way to really integrate everything that has happened during this beautiful festival, like everything that has been coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it like one day after the whole festival, just for you to either just really rest and just take in the sounds, or just really allow anything that has been stirring up for you during this conference, during this festival, to just go more deeply into it and to just benefit the most out of everything that has been coming up for you on these last couple of days. So yes, a warm invitation for that this Saturday.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
offering that, Neda. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay. So feel free to sing along with this one. If you don't know it yet, it's fine. Just sing whatever you feel to sing along with. I will step back and let him lead the way. would walk along the road to him, into his presence would I enter now. Please help me to remember who I really am. God is only love, and therefore so am I. I can be nothing else. God is only love, and therefore so am I. I can be nothing else. By grace I live, and am I released? There's no cruelty in God, and none in me. What could I want more but to remember you? What could I see but my true identity? God is only love, and therefore so am I. I can be nothing else. God is only love, and therefore so am I. I can be nothing else. 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 Thank you all so much. Yes, we're love because God is love, and we can be nothing else.
Oh,
Thank you all.
so much, Neda. This has been incredibly breathtakingly beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
honored to
so
have
much for having me. Thank you for organizing this beautiful event. And thank you to everyone that joined for being here. I feel all of you deeply. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yes, absolutely. And so everybody definitely go register for Neda's free gift voice liberation gathering. Sounds like so much fun. I think I can go. So yes, amazing. Neda.
Beautiful.
Well,
Okay.
blessings, lots of love, and just wishing you
Thank you.
a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you. Thank you. Much love.
Much love. Wow. So amazing, so amazing. So everybody just stay in that energy of all that beauty, that amazing gift we just experienced of Neda's music. And very soon here we will be speaking with Khadija, and can't wait to talk to you, Khadija. If you are ready, you can turn on your video and audio. Hi, welcome. So glad to have you here. Thank you for being a part of this event.
Thank you for having me. My heart just feels so open just from listening to that. And I can just, the space already feels so soft and open. Thank you for creating this.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. It's been so fun, such an amazing week, and so much beauty coming through as is clear.
Yeah.
So, yeah.